Hey everyone, it is Liam Caddison here, and we're on the 9th episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 6. Yeah, it was very, very interesting last time around. Again, like Life Serial, it was an episode that you could really enjoy so much, and I loved the bizarreness of the last episode, but it was also frustrating as well, and there were like negative emotions, kind of like how Life Serial, you had fun with the episode, but you also felt sorry for Buffy as well. So, and the last episode there was a lot of fun, and I was just completely peeved with Willow, and so was Tara. She was done with her shit, and she has decided to call things off. Understandably so. I mean, how many times have you got to tell Willow? I mean, she didn't even last 12, maybe less hours to the promise that she made on not using magic for a certain amount of time. So yeah, but yeah, it'll be very interesting to pick up the ramifications of that, as well as Giles has now left Buffy and Spike. They're back on kissing terms, even though Buffy said at the start of the episode, we're not doing that again, but that aged well. So yeah, I am looking forward to checking this episode out. So with that said, let's jump into Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is episode 9 of season 6. Let's go.
I always wanted a pony. Oh, you weren't really speaking to me, were you? My bad. Oh, as long as I'm here.
Pre-fight banter!
Wow. A mugging.
Okay, not vampires.
One of those in a while.
You'd think if the government was going to put a chip in my head, they'd at least make it so I could attack criminals and that sort.
Yes, because muggers deserve to be eaten. Just have to
That's
get your
true.
life off
She's
fighting
got a
demons.
point.
There are other ways.
And to that, an extreme see you later.
Are they gonna make out 2 seconds later?
And grow attached to until one day they leave you for no good reason. Won't that be fun?
Tara
Relaxing,
didn't leave
I'm
you
just
for
kidding.
no good reason, hun.
I swear, if I could figure out how to turn you back. Anyway.
Are we gonna finally get there?
Vile. Ova miri le cosa posto.
Holy shit, it happened! It's been a while!
Time, and should probably just get the freeze ray out of here now.
Yeah, that was a...
Because we love the learning, Rusty. Museums, libraries, Disney Hall of Presidents, not boring. But more to the point, goodbye.
Wow!
The whole school? By a giant snake thing. You still adjusting?
Crazy!
Hey, Buffy.
Just wait until you hear about the gentleman.
How have you been? Rat. You?
Oh!
Well,
I shouldn't
should
laugh,
let you guys
but...
catch up. I can... No, say.
And you seem awfully quick to forget about them.
I mean, this is a thing, though. Spike... We know how
sorry.
Spike feels about Buffy, and
I'm
he's got
sorry
this...
if you thought that it meant more.
But
So I do feel for him, but...
But when I kissed you, you know I was thinking about Giles, right?
you know, I always wondered about you two.
Oh,
A man can change.
you're not a man. You're a thing.
Stop walking away.
Don't touch me!
Oh, that really stings deep with what he said in the season 5 finale. Lee? He didn't... Wait, what the heck? So Spike's got his mojo back?
It's not like you figured out. You just do it. And now I can. Again.
So why are you stalling, buddy?
So here goes.
Shouldn't
Might help a
have...
little.
Oh, okay! Okay, so it is because she died before, I guess.
What the hell is going on?
You're all la 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 with the magic and the not talking like everything's normal when we all know that Tara up and left you and now everyone's scared to say anything to you.
Anya Blunt
Except me.
as...
Is this that thing I do that you were commenting?
Guys,
But she's
it's
got a
okay.
point to raise
hard.
concerns.
but it's better this way. Little things just...
We're just slang or something? Because we're not.
In my head. The chip in my head.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, you can play holodeck another time. Right now, I'm in charge.
Yeah, what are you gonna do if you don't especially feel like maybe playing your... Wait, what are you
Oh, yes!
Examine my
Took up
chip.
their hearts!
Mr. Fett here.
Not
is the first
Boba!
stop.
This aren't about trust. See, he needs us, we need him. Oh, that's how these things work.
Is
think
Spike
we-
playing with Boba?
Agreed.
Don't you want to go see your dad?
No. Can't.
Yeah, how they would have taken...
Not yet. Too many
Well,
questions.
we know Amy's mum was...
About where you were.
Yeah, but...
Know about how I got there. I wish there was a way that I could make him forget about the last 3 years.
Oh, well, hey, I can help you with that.
Wi-
Only, you might want to say your name into your clothes first or something.
Willow?
You're English, right?
Yeah.
I've seen every episode of Doctor Who.
We got a Doctor Who
Not Red
reference!
Dwarf, though, because...
He hasn't
It's
seen...
not out
You
yet
haven't
on
seen the
DVD.
new Who.
Right. It's not out yet on DVD.
You tell anyone about this.
No, I promise. Who would I tell? I don't even know what this is about.
It's about the rules having changed. Everything's different now.
Oh no, Spike.
Nothing wrong with me. Something wrong with her.
Spike, come on.
Has nothing to do with anyone else.
Sure. Cool. Up to you.
Oh, Dawn. It's kind of sad because you can sense that parental vibe that radiates off Tara and Willow for Dawn.
Hi, Bree. Willow. Nice.
Tom.
No, thanks, but no.
Are you sure?
Did you just manipulate her into...
I think I'm gonna sit this one out.
You can't just work us up like that and then just...
Hey! I think she said no.
Well, nobody asked you, Ellen.
Okay, you guys have asked for it.
You wanna dance?
That's all.
Oh.
Nice,
Oh.
slow,
Oh.
relaxing dance.
Oh, boy. Oh!
It's a D&D manual, sweetie.
No, but it could...
We're having Doctor Who and D&D references.
Let's face
This
it,
is
we're
a
not gonna
great
find
day.
this thing because it doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a frost monster who eats diamonds.
Well, maybe he doesn't eat them. You know, maybe he just thinks they're pretty.
It's funny because I mentioned maybe they needed diamonds for Revivify.
They finally get a taste of being bad. They can't get enough. It's like all kablooey.
That's not true.
Okay, not kablooey, more like bam.
It's human nature, Buff. Will's getting a taste of something powerful. Way
She
bigger than
can't
her.
stop it. It's an
She was
addiction.
getting out of control with it before Tara left.
Well, I was gonna go with unusual, but yeah. I don't know. You know, I'll do a quick patrol tonight. And
Do
after
you
a
miss
good
the
night's
days
sleep
when
with
you
Miss
had
Alpha
glory and, you know,
Optimism.
minds
I
being...
remember optimism.
It's because you're like 1,000.
Night, guys.
Night.
Oh. Ah!
The pain is gone. Guess what I just found out?
Oh!
It's like I'm not as toothless as you thought, sweetheart.
How?
Don't you get it? Don't you see? You came back wrong.
Why?
Trick. You did something to the chip. It's Trick.
It's no trick. It's not me. It's you. Just you, in fact. That's the funny part. You're the one that's changed. That's why this doesn't hurt
Oh,
me.
this is heartbreaking.
Back a little less human than you were.
You're wrong.
He's not, but this is not the way to go about
How come
it,
you're so
but
spooked, love?
power.
And why can I do that?
But it doesn't make her wrong. Did they just turn them into oh my... Oh. Everything is wrong!
fit in anywhere. She's got no one to love.
Spike, why? Why?
Me? I'm lost? Look at you, you idiot. Poor Spiky. Can't be a human, can't be a vampire. Where the hell do you fit in?
I'm supposed to be treading on the dark side.
Spike, this is not love.
What's your excuse?
She is depressed.
Come close to hurting me.
Afraid to give me the chance? Oh, afraid I'm gonna...
What the heck? A minute ago they were just beating the crap out of me. What the Oh, 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 oh. What the fuck? Are they still going at it after the... What in the freaking hell was that? Like, a minute ago, they were just beating the shit out of each other. And then the next thing you know, they're just screwing with each other. Oh my... Not that I endorse it, because I don't. Because... I mean, this is it, though. Like, if they're going about beating the crap out of each other... Next thing you know, like, they're screwing. It's really unhealthy. Especially with Spike's comments, you're wrong, you're broken, etc. And this really stings because of the fact that Spike is the... Well, with Giles gone, Spike's the only one she could really feel comforted by, but... Yeah, I don't think I like that one. Like, the episode I liked, but the whole thing with Buffy and Spike, like, I don't think, yeah, because that ain't love, buddies. That ain't love. Yeah, I don't know how to feel, though. Because I want these two to thrive. But I'm not supporting that shit. I mean, this is a Whedon show. Nothing's ever simple. It's like, you can have this, but you've also got to take this as well. And this is it. I want Buffy to thrive, but at the same time, I'm not going to be supportive of what's happening here. Especially since there is toxicity in both parties. Buffy's only using Spike in a method to feel something, as she's been, you know, worried about all season long. Like she's swarmed in all of these negative emotions, and her, you know, affection for Spike is something for her to feel about. And now with Spike in this episode, he has Buffy as an opportunity of a meat bag, which sounds really wrong, but this is it. He can't punch anyone else. He can't attack any other human, but he can attack Buffy. And not just that, though, but he was insulting her as well. He was validating her insecurities with her return. And it stings so much for Buffy because Giles is gone, and the only other person she could really share this towards is Spike. And now he is saying, you're wrong. And Buffy's now, you know, replaying everything in her head regarding the fact that I have come back wrong. So, because Spike has said it, the only source of support that she really had is now saying, and because Giles has gone back, the only source of support she has at this moment in terms of confiding in that darkness is now saying you're broken, and it really stings. So, and it's such a mess, this relationship, and this is what I'm saying. I want to support these two, and yeah, and it's just so eerie just seeing them two go toe to toe after the amazing scenes we've had in Fool for Love, the connection growing, and now Spike has that reason once again. This is it, he's been thirsty all of this time, and some could say, like, some could take that in a different context, given the ending scene, but no, he's been thirsty in terms of human altercation, all of this time. But he's had to settle with the fact that unless he wants a splitting headache, he can't do that. And he's able to extract that on Buffy. I mean, what he did and what he said is pretty ruthless and cold-hearted, but we have to remember he doesn't have a soul, so it's not like he's gonna, it's not like he's going to stop and think, I shouldn't attack Buffy because I feel for her. So it's complicated, and this is complicated because I want to root for these two, and I can't because I think it would go well, but stuff like that doesn't flow well. So, damn you, Whedons. You've always got to make me feel complicated. Yeah, but overall, I thought this was a great episode. And I loved the kind of parallels there is with Willow and Buffy, especially. Like, their sources of support have diminished, and they are entering a, some would say, a cruder phase with Amy being an enabler, I guess, to Willow. And with what Buffy did at the very end, so... Because this is it, though, like, it is a crude path using someone just to feel something for your own benefit. Because this is the thing, though, I do empathize with Spike a bit, because Buffy acknowledges the fact that Spike has had a thing for her for a long time. And, that embrace, it's going to send hope. And, of course, we have the idea, as if the last scene wasn't anything, wasn't affirmation enough. The last scene is like the nail in the coffin. But we've known for a long time that Buffy, like, especially since Once More We're Feeling, that Buffy has been wanting to feel something positive. She's, like I said, there's so many negative emotions shrouding her that she's wanting to, she's wanting something positive to feel. And all these, like she even said, I was thinking about Giles, not in that sense, but because of the fact that she was hurting with Giles gone, thus leading to the kiss. After what she sang about in Once More We're Feeling, something to sing about expressing where she really was, and how that really diminished the group's emotions. The kiss happened. So yeah, and this is where I empathize with Spike to a degree, because of the fact that he had hope when the kisses happened, because he's been chasing after Buffy for quite some time, and it's like, holy dang, this is happening. But to be told this isn't real is kind of crushing your heart, in a sense. Heck, it stung when Buffy said, you're a thing, you're not a man. When you take in Spike's comments in the final episode, The Gift, about how she treats him like a man. So it stings even further. So this is why I sympathize with Spike to a degree, because of the acknowledgement of the using going on. At the same time, Spike is no saint. He is, like what he said, that you were brought back wrong, with the fact that like I said, I know he doesn't have a soul, but at the same time, it's not like, oh, you can exempt that because of that. It's still this is it. It creates a toxic environment with both parties. Yeah, in a really, really negative area, in a really abusive space, with them leading to very bad decisions. And this is it. This is the good parallel with Buffy's story and Willow's story, because Willow's also going on an abusive angle, and she's also resorting to making bad decisions. But I will talk a bit about her in a bit. But yeah, it's just so difficult, but yeah, I really, there was a part of me that was rooting for this relationship, but I can't root for it, especially with how it seems. It seems like the atmosphere is set in terms of, well, one party thinks has a very negative mindset about how they're going to interact with the other in that romantic sense. Same with the other person, and I'm just really, I would say I'm intrigued, but I'm also worried to see where this goes, because it's not going to get better, I feel, with, Spike realizing what he can do, Buffy doing a big move, because at first, with the first two interactions, they were just kissing, and now they've upped the ante with Buffy boning Spike. So I'm really scared. Like, it stings that they are together in this environment, because I like the idea of supporting them. But yeah, it's just but yeah, this was really good in terms of seeing Amy return. Honestly, I was at a certain point where I was thinking they're going to leave it to the final episode. Amy's going to come back. She's about to speak, and that's it. Buffy is done and dusted. So, yeah, it was just really, really, it was just really great to see Amy again, but at the same time, it was really difficult as well, because of the fact that Amy is enabling Willow. With Tara, there was always a reason why Willow had a bit of why Willow was holding back in a degree, because of the rightful lectures that Tara gave off to Willow, with her over-reliance on magic. And now that Tara is no longer the significant other for Willow, it can get worse. And the thing is, it has, because Amy is enabling her. Whereas we have one opposing factor, we have another. We have we have one factor, and then opposite that we have another, should I say. We have Tara, who always kind of kept some kind of balance, even though the balance was skewed anyways, but it could have been a lot worse, and it's going to be with Amy in the picture because she's enabling her. So and this is it. It's worrying, like how far this thing with Spike and Buffy is going to go. It's worrying to see how far Willow is going to go, because she's already at a point where I am not impressed with her. And now that Amy is there to aid her on, to rally her on, saying, yay, go Willow, use magic, it's it's not looking good, people. I will say that. So, yeah. But this is it. With both Buffy and Willow, they had some kind of pillar. They had someone who is holding their backs, and now they've gone. Now they are falling, and now they have fallen. Willow is falling into a more corrupt nature. Buffy is completely isolated, I feel, because Giles has gone back and Spike was there to help her through the darkness, but yeah. The thing is, she could get pulled further into the darkness, and it's scary to imagine how that relationship's going to go. So, yeah. But yeah, it was really, it was really, really shocking with Willow in this episode, especially when she resorted about, okay, let's make your father forget the fact that you went missing. It's like... But this is the thing, though. She said, well, she didn't reference Tara, but we all knew what she was talking about in the very beginning when she was talking to Amy in her rat form. She was saying she left for no good reason. Are you shitting me? After all the warn... Like, this is what I was talking about in the beginning. She didn't even leave it half a day into the week, to adhere to that promise she made to Tara. You broke a promise, and this is it. She's not taking in that responsibility. She is becoming so over-reliant. I mean, the computer, I thought that was a nice touch because it really does paint a good before and after image of Willow. Like, the computer's a nice callback to what Willow was before she became devoted to spellcasting. And when she used the magic on the computer, I think that really solidified how over-reliant Willow is, how, you know, Willow, this is a completely different, desperate Willow, someone so hungry for that power. And Anya rightfully said it. And I really liked, you know, the conversation with Buffy, Anya, and Xander with their concerns, because they are finally realizing this is a very, very concerning nature that that is going down with Willow. And, you know, Anya being the voice of reason, because Willow is getting a taste of something much darker, and it can be seductive, it can be a pull. So, and this is it. She's going down a path I can't follow. You're breaking my heart, Will. But this is it. Willow is not taking any accountability on what she's doing. Hence why she threw a little fit to Amy in her rat form about Tara leaving her. It's because she's not taking responsibility. It's because she doesn't see herself to blame. She is not owning up to her own actions. It's someone else's fault. It's never her fault. That's the sad truth. And it stings to say that because Willow's my favourite, but, you know, you can't say that she left me for no good reason. And yeah, because there is a perfect reason why Tara left. She's been concerned all of this time. Giles gave you a good bollock in episode 4, and you even retorted to saying you don't want to piss me off. It's like, are you crazy? All of these concerns from other voices telling you, Willow, you need to stop, has just flown over your head because you can't take any responsibility. You can't accept the fact that you're going down a darker path. You're never to blame. It's always someone else. And it stinks to say this, but this is the case. Because Willow was to blame for Tara leaving her. But Willow doesn't see that. Everyone and their nan has told Willow, you need to be careful, you need to stop being over-reliant, you've got to... Yeah, but this is the thing, there's a long history. Something Blue, there's a good reason with that, to get over Oz. She did something very, very devastating, so... Oh, I hate being so in a complex position with Buffy and Spike, with Willow. It stings. Yeah. But this is it. I'm not giving Willow a free pass because she's my favourite character. If she does something heinous, which she's done quite a bit of this season, if she's done something without considering the consequences, I'm not going to hold back. So, because this is it, I think, you know, you can have a favorite character and they have flaws, and Willow is definitely experiencing that, and you can voice those flaws. So, because if I was there, like, but this is it, if I was dating Willow, for example, I would be in Tara's position, where I would be concerned, and there would be that choice where I don't think I could stay with her because of the fact that she's going down a path I can't follow. I'm just quoting Padme, so it's so well and good. And even then, like, this is it, though. This is what I'm talking about, though. It's just clicked on with the fact that, remember what, I think it was last episode as well, that Tara lectured Willow for doing for doing something similar, something akin to what Glory did with Tara's mind. And an episode late, like, this is it, though. You're proposing the same idea to Amy's father. Like, yeah, I can get what the mindset is. Does it make it right? Mm-mm. No, it doesn't, my friend. Like, this is it. With Willow, she thinks that making someone forget something is an aid. It's something that will benefit something that will ease the tension, ease circumstances. But it's wrong, especially if you do it without someone's consent. If someone asks, hey, can you make me forget? That might be all well and good. But if you do it without someone's acknowledgement, that is fucked up. So, and the chances are she wouldn't be asking, like, Amy's dad, hey, can I do this to you? She'll do what she did to Tara without consent, and it would be wrong. So, yeah. Oh, it feels wrong to rant about Willow, but here we are. She's not on the Watchers Council level, so don't worry, because I will be here for days, but I just gotta make those points very, very clear, because I love Willow, but now she's being enabled to go down this darker path, because Amy's there. Amy's like, yay, Willow! Whereas Tara was like, no, Willow. And there was that level of restraint. But now that the restraints are off, because Amy's there encouraging her. Not just that, though, but there is that little bit of pressuring from Amy as well. Like, she was pressuring Willow to, you know, go out and play onto her insecurity. So, you know, Amy, like, this is it, though. Like, I feel like there's a bit of, like, authenticity with Amy trying to be at least caring to Willow, but there is that bit of pressure as well. So, yeah. But yeah, let's go into something else, because I don't want to rant about my baby anymore, but it had to be said. Like, I'm not going to hold back on my favorite character if they fucked up, and so yeah, I liked, on a positive note, I liked Tara and Dawn. They didn't get too much, but, you know, at least one connection is at least stable, right? Because Buffy and, Willow and Amy, so it's all well and good. There was something else that I wanted. Oh yeah, Spike and his memory thing, but I'll get onto that when I'm talking about the trio, because they had that little encounter, which was pretty fun. Yeah, I liked Tara and Dawn. I do see, you know what's, it is sad, because I do see Dawn looking to Tara as a nice, supportive figure, especially since Buffy seems to be out of it at the minute, and Dawn has been living with Tara for quite some time. Ever since Buffy died. So I do like the kind of connection that Dawn is making with Tara, because of the fact that there is that, like, mother-daughter vibe, which, you know, some could say that is very much appreciative, especially since Dawn, you know, of course, lost Joyce last season, so yeah, I really liked their bonding. The trio, they're just amazing. I just love the unorthodoxness if that's even a word, of the trio. Like, we saw them stealing the diamond, and we had their run-in with Spike and how Spike threatened Boba Fett. So it's so fun. It's so fun to see them getting worked up. And this is the thing, like, Spike toyed with them so easily, but this is it. I think they're at that level where you can just manipulate them so easily, and it's like, it's that easy. So yeah, but I love the trio, especially the Doctor Who talk. I don't think there's been a Doctor Who reference in Buffy, so I appreciated it. But yeah, there was one bit about Spike that I did want to talk about, and that was regarding the chip. I kind of had a feeling, like, when he did attack Buffy, that it was going to be related to the fact that it's because Buffy died and something like that. Because I feel like it would come completely out of left field if all of a sudden Spike is unleashed. Spike is back. So yeah, I was just anticipating for Spike to, okay, let's try this and see if it was not just a blip. And yeah, it was a blip with the fact that Buffy has died before, and that has changed the game, as he said. So, but like I said, I had a feeling, because otherwise it would come completely out of left field. And Spike had a bit of hope last season in episode 4 of season 5, I believe it was, where he went to see that doctor about trying to extract the chip from his brain, but it was impossible in his eyes. So there was a bit of hope from Spike's end that, okay, maybe it's malfunctioned, maybe it had a battery life and it's expired. So, but yeah, this was quite the episode. It was, frustrating, complex, but it was a great episode, and some very intense discussions went on in that review, I have to say. So, but there was some very intense scenarios with Willow, with Buffy, and Spike. Not the only thing that went on in terms of intensity regarding them two. So, I'm gonna stop. So, this is it. Call the curtains. It's closing time. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Beats and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!